Hey everyone, in this tutorial I'll be making Absolute Batman. I'll try my best to keep it beginner friendly and it will be done from scratch. Before modeling, we need to move to Edit, Preferences, Add-ons and enable Loop Tools. And in Key Map, set navigation to one of your extra mouse buttons. Now you can hover around in your scene. Go to Add, Image as Mesh Plane and insert your reference image. Enable snapping to set your reference to grid. Adjust front and side view to X and Y axis. We're going to use a method called the double subdivision method. For that, let's add a cube. And first we'll add a subdivision modifier set to simple. And then a second subdivision modifier set to catmint flag. I have wireframe visible in object mode, so I'll disable that. Select the cube and enter edit mode. Disable the cage and we can get to blocking. Before that, you need to know some basic tools. E to extrude, Ctrl R for loop cuts, subdivide with right click, in vertex select mode, select vertices and press V to rip vertices. Alt V to rip vertices and fill geometry. Use the knife tool for custom geometry. To symmetrize the mesh, delete vertices from one side and put a mirror modifier. Make sure it's on top and in appropriate axis. You can only apply a modifier while being in object mode. To edit the mesh and have the actions mirrored, turn on symmetry for an axis on top. Note that adding new geometry doesn't mirror. Circle tool from loop tools turn any selected vertices into a circle. M to merge any selected vertices and use flatten tool from loop tools to flatten any surface. Select an edge with Alt key pressed to select a whole loop. Subdivide the hand and extrude each finger individually. Use knife tool to create thumb. Adjust the shape of the fingers. Pull out the head front facing. Use the relax tool on face loops to smoothen the shape. Select shape of the mask, extrude and scale. Use the circle tool to make the bat ears, extrude them up and scale down the top vertices. Make more loop cuts and refine the shape. Select edges in the joints and use the bevel tool for better topology. This will help in movement in the animation. For the armor, duplicate the faces and separate it. We'll work on that later. Use knife tool to make the trunks. Rip and fill vertices in the eyes. With the bottom and upper lip done, rip middle edge so that the mouth may open. Duplicate chest faces to make the bat emblem. I'll get rid of the modifier since it doesn't need smoothing. Duplicate. Select edge loops and mark sharp. Apply a solidify modifier to give it depth. Make a loop cut and scale it to give the blade shape. Use the shrink wrap modifier on the base emblem with these settings. For the solid emblem, I can't do so because the shape collapses. So we'll duplicate the projected emblem and make the solid one again. Behind the scenes, I separated shoulder faces and removed subdivision modifiers. I'll add solidify to it as well. Similarly, I'll do the back armor as well. Mark sharp edges wherever needed for better shading. Make loop cuts in the armor. Rip vertices and fill in the spine section. Add a bevel modifier to improve the topology and therefore shading. Duplicate loops in the hand, separate them and extrude downwards. Join edges by pressing F. Do the same for either side and subdivide everything. Use and apply a shrink wrap modifier. And recalculate normals to make it look better. Finally, use the solidify modifier. Select a loop at the waist and duplicate it. Move it up using the arrow key. Extrude some pouches, bring it down. Get rid of the subdivision modifiers. Here I am trying to use shrink wrap modifier, but it will fail since the arms are also part of the target. So I'll have to do this manually. For a reminder, always model a T-pose. Apply a solidify modifier. Mark sharp the belt, extrude all pouch faces along normals. Flatten the faces using loop tools. Subdivide and give the pouch shape and extrude the top along normals. Finally, apply a bevel modifier. For the spikes, insert faces, subdivide and form circle. Extrude along normals, press S+0 to scale down and merge the vertices at the tip. Mark sharp the bottom to improve the shading. Duplicate and separate the eyes. Get rid of the subdivision modifier because we want sharp eyes. We are now done modeling and can apply the modifiers from top first, giving us our model with very good topology, which is essential for animation. In the next video, we'll texture and rig the model. See ya!